So, we got my main deck out of the way. Now, let's look at the extra deck. And now my extra deck is incredibly large. I know the limit now is 15 per deck, but I'm not playing in tournaments, so we usually just let it go, you know, because we don't follow all the official rules. One thing, we sometimes let ourselves use the Egyptian gods, since all of my friends have them and I have them. At the same time, we also, it used to be unlimited, you know, how many fusion and monsters and XC monsters and synchro monsters you can have in your deck. We basically say it's unlimited as long as you still have the required cards to summon it. So, that's why it's so large, but I can actually shrink it down to 15 if we're playing by the official rules. I know how to. So, first up, you know, just a basic dragon. Iron Chain Coil goes along with Iron Chain. In fact, fun fact, this is my first synchro card. For my first 5Ds deck. It's a really stupid name, 5Ds. I don't know. And, Synchro Tuner Monster, Formula Synchron. Nothing special. Dark Strike Fighter is basically a basic synchro monster that I just have for the sake of having. I have it for my Tuningware OTK deck as well. Here are some more dragon type monsters for synchro summoning. Trident Dragon is really awesome because it can actually do multiple attacks if you know how to use it. And Exploder Dragon Wing can destroy the monster automatically, and pretty much it only happens when the monster has equal or less attack than Exploder Dragon Wing. However, you destroy the monster immediately. However, it also inflicts damage to your opponent equal to the monster's attack. So make sure you use that wisely, or else you're you're fucked. Okay, that's pretty much that. Now we move on to the psychic monsters. Come on. Thought Ruler, Archfiend, Psychic, Life Trancer, and Magical Android. All psychic monsters. They all work together really well. But I don't really use them too much. But they are awesome cards, especially if you have a psychic deck. So I recommend having them. I'm not gonna bother explaining their abilities. I think I explained them in the last vid. So, Junk Warrior. Unsurprisingly, I didn't have this last time. If you actually, what I meant to say, it's surprising I didn't have this first, considering it was one of the first synchros released. But Junk Warrior, I guess I'll explain him since I didn't have him in the last vid. You need Junk Synchron in order to summon him. So basically, when this card is synchro summoned, it gains attack equal to the total attack of all level 2 or lower monsters. And now for the other junk cards. 2, Junk Gardener, and Junk Destroyer, which are pretty much more junk monsters. I plan to get the others. I used to have Junk Archer, but it got stolen, so I need to get that again. Though it's really expensive on the internet, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. Hundred Eye Dragon. I guess I didn't have this before. I had this for a while now, but I didn't put it in my deck until now. So basically, when you synchro summon it, if you remove from play a level 6 dark monster from your graveyard or lower, then until the end phase, you treat the Hundred Eye Dragon as the same monster with the same name, and you know, it gains the same effects as well. It doesn't change its attacks, but I don't think you would want it to if it was weaker. And when this card is sent to the graveyard, it can summon an Earthbound Immortal. Now, I do have some Earthbound Immortals, and I can put 1 or 2 in my deck, but I don't really use that effect too much. I just have it in there because there is one card I have that is an Earthbound Immortal, but I only put in my deck a select few amount of times. Next is Stardust Dragons, and I pretty much explained this, that it's one of my favorite cards as well. It's my favorite synchro monster because of its ability. Stardust Dragon pretty much lets you destroy a spell, trap, or magic card that can destroy, that destroys cards on your side of the field. That destroys monsters, I believe. Let me think. See. No, it destroys cards on the field, and you can destroy the card. But if you negate the effect this way, you have to destroy it and send it to the graveyard. However, at the end of the turn, if you use the ability, if it got destroyed that way, bring it back at the end phase. And I love starter strategies. You can just keep spamming. And if you have 3 of them, it's even more deadly if you have all 3 on the screen. And they're actually really easy to summon too. So and they're actually pretty powerful as well. So, yeah. That's awesome. Anyway, now for the rest of the Stardust crew, we have Majestic Star Dragon, who I pretty much explained in the last vid, and Shooting Star Dragon, and Shooting Quasar Dragon, which I pretty much explained every single one of these abilities, I believe, in the last vid, and I'm not going to go through saying it again, because, my god, these guys have a lot of abilities. But let me just say this now, these monsters can kick ass when you know how to use them right. But, I'm not going to bother explaining their abilities, because they have a lot of abilities, and I just take too much time. So, and I want to save time on this. I want to make sure each vid is 15 minutes. I just barely got done with my deck, so I want to make sure this is, a bit faster. I might as well show, the rest of these off. First up is Ancient Fairy Dragon, Black Rose Dragon, Blackwing Dragon, Power Tool Dragon, which is not a Signer Dragon, so we don't care about it, Lifestream Dragon, and Red Dragon Archfiend. And I'm not going to go over all these abilities again because there's too many of them. But these are all the Signer Dragons. I have every single Signer Dragon now. When I first did the vid, I believe I had about 4. Now, I pretty much have them all. Every single one. So, yep. I have every single Signer Dragon. I can summon them all. So, there you go. Power Tool Dragon isn't a Signer Dragon. The reason I showed it off is because it's a weaker form of Lifestream Dragon, so no one cares about it. And here are other forms of Red Dragon Archfiend. Red Nova Dragon and Majestic Red Dragon. Pretty much the parallels to Shooting Star and Majestic Star Dragon. Now for the XYZ monsters, and I'm sorry I don't have a lot of these, but I really don't care for these monsters too much. They're just boring. I have a Grinosaur, Gachi Gantetsu. Gachi can, fuck it, I'm calling him Jerry. Jerry, basically, if Jerry were destroyed, I can detach an XYZ material monster from the card, and the face-up monsters I control would gain 200 attack and defense for each XYZ material attached to the card. Something's in my mouth. Did I get that right? Face-up. Yeah, I guess I did. Okay, yeah. I think I did. I don't know. Again, I really don't care for these monsters, so I never really use them. I don't even know why I added them. Grenosaur, if this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, I can detach one XYZ material monster from this card to inflict 1,000 points of damage. Actually, that seems pretty overpowered, if you think about it. Because it actually has a good number of attack points. And this is one I actually do kind of like, if only for its picture. Number 39, Utopia. Basically, if the monster declares an attack, it's pretty much like you negate attack. I can negate the attack if I detach an XYZ material monster. What's in my mouth? When this card is targeted for an attack while it has no XYZ material monsters, I have to destroy the card, though. That's the only flaw. But other than that, it's an okay card. It has a good number of attack points, so. And now for the fusion cards, and I don't have too many of these either, but I don't really need to have many of these. Black Skull Dragon, you need to fuse, oh, wait. Cut! Alright, back. Black Soul Dragon pretty much needs Red Eyes Black Dragon and Summon Stall. That's pretty much what it needs. And yes, I will be editing the 10 minutes and these amounts. I will be editing them together. So, Windows Live Movie Maker, you are very helpful. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon needs 3 blue eyes and polymerization, so there you go. And 5-Headed Dragon needs any 5 dragons, and it actually is the only one I have with an ability. Basically, the monster cannot be special summoned except by fusion summon, which counts as a special summon for some reason. This card does not take any battle damage and cannot be destroyed by an earth, water, fire, wind, or dark monster. However, battle damage is still inflicted to players. The 5-Headed Dragon is probably one of the best fusion monsters you can own, and it's especially great with future fusion. And Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon is good too, but 5-Headed Dragon is still the better option. So overall, that's all the fusion, synchro, and XYZ. I call them XYZ monsters. That's pretty much it for right now. So yeah. And, on to the extra cards. Actually, no, before I go, I might as well get these out of the way. Honorable mentions go to, the Winged Dragon of Ra, Lidl card edition. Yes, I actually have this. And, Earthbound Immortal Kikapakapu. By the way, I love that name, by the way. I don't know why, I do. But I do. So now we'll be looking at some other extra cards, and actually we'll be looking at as well my side decks that people can use side decks for like matches, which are best 2 out of 3 duels. So I'll see you guys then, whenever the vid's uploaded. So yeah. First off, I just want to show off what's inside my deck case. Basically, what's in my deck case is that here are all the instruction manuals that I own. So in case people get lost, if I'm playing with noobs, I can show them the official rulebook and read them some of the rules. But I pretty much have these for whatever reason. So I have version 6. I have two beginners guides, which are pretty much nothing, and I have version 4.0, which has, hey look, it's yugioh. And up top here, we have, of course, my deck with all the cards I just showed you. Oh, by the way, here's a coin. Nothing special, just have that for a coin. You get a dice in here sometime. But here is the extra deck, which are the cards I'm going to be showing you. Here's some other mentions, little rare cards. And here are 2 fields. If I'm playing with 2 players and I want to set up a good field, this is what I usually use. Though personally, I play duels without them. Though if I have to use them, I have them just in case. So that's pretty much what's in there. On to the extra deck, which will come in a separate video. So yeah. Now for these cards. First up is the original Blue Eyes White Dragon from the show. This card's actually really beaten up. So yeah, I don't use it because of that. And Dark Magician, the original Dark Magician. So I have that for collector's sake. I have more Dark Magicians, just that I just have that as well. So here's my first ever Swords Revealing Light. This was, crap, it's lime green. Hang on a second. Alright, I'm back. Here's another Swords Revealing Light. It was my first Swords Revealing Light, so I keep it. Anyway, here is some Dark Synchros. I'm not going to bother showing you guys what the abilities are because I really don't use these. These are just here for collector's sake. So yeah, there's more Dark Synchros. Hoorah. And the original Egyptian God cards, which I'm pretty sure everybody owns at this point. And here's how you can actually tell that they're real. The back of the cards are this color. And, for Obelisk it's blue, and for Slifer it's green. That's how you can tell they're real cards. These are actually, I think they're for the Game Boy editions that were released a long time ago. So, there you go. So yeah, anyway. Here are some Wicked Gods. I don't have the third one, sadly. I plan on getting that, though. Basically, they're from a manga called Yu-Gi-Oh! Never read it. Probably never want to read it, so... And here are some other Earthbound Immortals. 4 other ones. Raira-Ucha Raska. Oh wait. Fuck it. Earthbound Immortal Bob. Earthbound Immortal Bob, is there. So, Earthbound Immortal, Kareyu, fuck it. Earthbound Immortal Felicia. Here is Earthbound Immortal Alista Piscu. Okay, that's easy to read. And Earthbound Immortal... Fuck it, you know what? Here's George. This is George. I call him George because he reminds me of the fucking Zelda boss from Ocarina of Time. Or no, not Ocarina of Time. Majora's Mask. I'm sorry. George. At least I think his name is George. So, yeah, Earthbound Immortal names are stupid, but, except for Kickapacapoo. Kickapacapoo is an exception. And don't you say it isn't, because I will go over there and I will TP your house. That seems like a pretty good threat. That and, no, I won't TP your house. I don't even know where you live, but whatever. That is pretty much the special cards, and I shall see you guys for the extra deck. Hopefully this screen doesn't turn lime. Sorry about that. Now, my side deck has... I know the side deck can only have 15 cards. And, basically, I have 3 side decks for this deck. Though I only use one at a time for matches. So don't worry, I don't use all 3. I just use 1 per match. 1 side deck per best 2 out of 3. So let's get started. First up is... 2 of them. 2 Stardust Dragon assault modes and an assault mode activate as well, right here. And where's the other one? Ah, here's the other assault mode activate. And there's a bunch of cards to go along with it. I have should have organized these better. 2 assault beasts, Nightwing Sorceress, and some other assault cards like Assault Teleport, and Assault Revival. Pretty much others, and 3 instant fusions. Reason why is because if I can get out another a level 5 monster to help with Summon Stardust, Summon Stall, and Flame Swordsmen are here to help. So I can instant fusion them. So they will help get out assault mode a lot faster. So basically it's an assault side deck, and yes, I am going to put these all into one vid. So let's go on to the second one. And the second one is pretty much side cards. First up, Kaiba Man. Don't know why he's there, but Malefic Paradox Dragon, pretty awesome card. And 2 other Malefic cards. Malefic World, a field spell, and Malefic Parallel Gear. A tuner monster, by the way. And here are some Malefic versions of monsters I love. Malefic Stardust Dragon, Malefic Red Eyes Black Dragon, and Malefic Blue Eyes White Dragon. So there you go. They're actually they're really good if you want to summon monsters fast, but other than that, they're okay. Blue Eyes Toon Dragon and Toon World. So I like Blue Eyes, what can I say? Dragon Master Knight along with Blackluster Soldier and Blackluster Ritual. So I used to have these in my deck. I don't anymore though. Meteor Dragon for a card I want to get, but I can't get it right now, but I have it in there anyway for some reason. Crimson Fire and Mystical Elf, because those are related to their respective monsters. Mystical Elf was actually related to the Blue Eyes. Fun fact. I don't know why. I didn't even know until I looked it up on the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki, but it is actually related to Blue Eyes. I don't know why, but it is. And this is actually a pretty small list because I only have a few monsters that I have in this. For one thing, Flute of Summoning Dragon. I don't have that in my deck, but you know, Drill Warrior and Road Warrior, and I have their respective synchrons. I also have a Debris Dragon, whatever it's called, and it's a smaller Stardust Dragon, and another Blue Eye Shining Dragon. This is actually I got from a friend before he moved, so this is actually a card that's very special to me. So anyway, you know, that's pretty much that. That's pretty much everything I have to share. So I will see you guys next time, and I hope you enjoyed this deck list, and I will be doing more deck lists, but this time it will be for other decks, because I'm probably not going to update this deck in a while, a long while. So yeah, because Yu-Gi-Oh's a fucking investment, trust me. But that's pretty much all my extra cards for my side decks, and if you liked this deck list, then please leave a like, and subscribe if you like it. Blah, 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 blah. Subscribe for more. You heard this shit from other people. I'm the Seaman235, signing out. Goodbye.